Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host. Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that
Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses, such as criticism.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Hold on 1 second there. Let me drop this music down to a nice audible rate. We got a good number of people in here so early. I know you guys are sports fans. I appreciate you being here. My name is Mike Reed. Welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about commercial appliance issues. Today we have dealer's choice, so have fun. Come on up here. Let me drop the link because I have at least 2 people that want to come on up. As I've explained many a time, for you guys that want, to ask questions during the show. This is the time you ask questions. Here's the link. You guys want to ask me questions in Instagram and don't have all your stuff. It's very important. Very important I have all the information so that I can help you guys out. So today I have on my Istro hat. Had this from my Istro dealer. Istro is shipping nationwide. So anything you need from Istro. Let me see if I got here. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to see. That's hard to see. Let me see if I got something that's better. No, all this Istro is gonna be hard to show. Let me show you. Yo, what's happening, man? What's going on? Link is there. You share. Oh, I gotta add another. Looks like Comcast straightened out what issues I might have had in my area. Looks like they sent me a message saying they just took care of it today at 4 p.m. All right, let me show you what is up. This is Istro. So this is Istro. As you can see from down here at the bottom of the screen, damn, keeps doing it, keeps jumping. This is now owned by Middleby. Oh, it keeps adding more stuff. You just go to another page, or maybe you can do the About Us page. So Istro was purchased by Middleby a couple of years back. So there it is, proud part of Middleby. So they bought them. You might know the soft serve part as the company that used to be called Wellspring. My apps, what's the word? So that was the one that not Orange Leaf. It was one of the soft serve chains that was nationwide. And if you wanted to own one of those chains, you had to have the Wellspring soft serve machine. And so Istro was the parent company of that. They were the ones making that machine. And when all that crumbled, all that fell to the wayside, now Middleby scooped them up. They shipped over the soft serve machine over to the Taylor side. So Taylor now has control over the Istro soft serve machine. And they spun off the ice machines for just this standalone brand. So what we got? Soft serve. So now when you look at it at the Istro brand, it says Middleby, but if you try to contact them, if you try to get any parts or anything like that, locally, it's gonna direct you to whoever your Taylor distributor is. But everything else is under Istro, and Istro is now shipping your stuff nationwide. Whatever you're looking for, they got regional spots, and they will ship everywhere. So I just so happen to stop by my local Istro warehouse. What's up, brother? I've already been through the training, but they gave me some more books, some more manuals, and a new hat. Last hat I had, it fell apart. But the subject of this live stream, this broadcast today is, hold on a second. Let me see what we got. I thought I uploaded it. All right. Is it time to hire? That is the question. Is it time to hire? Short answer is yes. With the shortage we have in the industry, no matter what's going on with the restaurants and things like that, there's still so much work that has to be done. Work that does not change. Give me a couple of locations in the chat that need service no matter what. Yeah, it's a big shortage. What's happening? Thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate you. So it's a big shortage with no end in sight. No end in sight whatsoever. All right, let me see here what I got. What I got. Let me go back here. So while y'all chiming in, so where are some of the locations? Oh, what the hell? I'll just go to, so they have everything here. Let me just go to parts. I mean, not parts. There we go. They got cubes and nugget and everything else like that. So what are some of the places that you have to take care of no matter what's going on with the economy? Let's see it. As you guys are watching from the shadows. As you guys are watching from the shadows, let me go ahead and get this started. All right, so Brother Frank says, is there anything that gives me a red flag when looking at a unit? So this is something I always tell Brother Charles. I say, hey, Brother Charles, whenever you're looking at a unit, I don't care what it is. Whenever you're looking at a unit and in any one of the service compartments or anywhere around the unit, you see old parts. Now, why do you see old parts around a unit? You don't have any need for the old part. So taking it with you just means you got to dispose of it. You usually want something there that proves to to the owner, to the manager, to the supervisor that yes, you were there. Yes, you did something. So you'll start to see, let's just say it's a Hoshizaki. You'll go inside of a Hoshizaki ice machine and you'll see like fill valves and floats inside the section where the compressor is. Now, the reason why you see that is because they've already done the work. Somebody else has already done the work. If you start to see a bunch of fill valves, that's because they're not changing their filter. So you learn a lot about the history of the unit based on what's in there. A lot of times we leave parts behind. So we let another technician, either from our company or someone else, know, hey, look, you don't need to change this. I already changed the part. So you'll see some guys, they'll put dates, they'll put their initials on the parts, things like that. You'll have, especially like hotels. So the manager, the owner, they're never there. And they say, oh, the unit, did you go and fix it? Like, hey, are you there? Yeah, open up the cabinet, open up the service compartment, and you're going to see, the fill valve. It's making ice. Oh, I don't think you did anything. Yes, I did. The fill valve is there. You got my invoice. I need you to pay me. Make me whole. So, Brother Frank, besides that, it's all about knowing your customer. That's why my whole channel is about knowing your customer. It's about finding out who these customers are, what their financial standing is. And then from there, the choices are up to you. Choices are up to you. Let's see here. So that's the only red flag I see. I mean, if you're going and working on a unit and you got a couple of motors hanging around or you got a bunch of fill valves. So if you see a bunch of fill valves in a unit, that means they have water problems. They're not changing the fill valve. They're not changing the filters, things like that. If you see motors, they have a power problem. They have something wrong with their electricity. They're feeding it. They're having surges. They're having some kind of problem. If you go over there and they got a motor sitting there, why? So that's your first clue. Check, double check, and triple check. Everything. Everything. If it's an electronic part, double and triple check everything that has to do with the electricity. So that's just about it, brother. That is just about it. Everything else comes down to the customer. If this was easy, if this was straightforward, everyone would be doing this. I wouldn't have this channel. If it was, man, of course you could. Hey, look. Hold on, let me make myself a little bigger. This brother here is the #1 contributor to the channel. So yes, brother, you can ask as many questions as you want, whatever you want. You got your own special video. Thank you to Brother Frank right there. So ask away. Ask away. Because matter of fact, I still haven't forgotten about the XLT. So I left them a message too. They normally get right back with you, but it looks like they've been a little busy. So who knows? Who knows what's going on with XLT? So they're probably just a little bit busy right about now. But we'll go ahead and make that XLT training. We'll make it. All right. So once again,
being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
Thank you all for being involved and being active.
How good of you to join us.
Thanks for coming. Invictus, what's happening? Now that's a brother that know how to ask a bunch of questions. There he is. There he is. What's up, good people? Oh, there we go. Oh, Brother Frank hit the stage. What's happening?
What's up, man?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you live and in living color. Untamed Kango.
Hey, man.
Coming in. What's that?
I'm not gonna be long, Mike, because I'm driving again. But I heard you talking about that XLT training, man, and
Yeah. So
I just
I'll
want
talk.
to tell you, I just want to tell you, oh
Yeah, I'm with you.
yeah, I was gonna tell you about that True Ice. I went through that training with True Ice, and man,
Yeah, I saw your
it,
message.
it, it was something else, Mike. And you know they have it set up to where once you're I guess uh, going through the classes, somehow, man, he was showing that you can see there's some kind of app, man, where you can see where every machine is located, every
Yeah,
machine that's down in your area, and how you can reach out to the owner or whoever that's running that machine and
really.
tell them that you're certified to work on, and they're supposed to be able to get in contact with you. Yeah,
No,
because
no.
after
Yeah,
at the end of the training,
they can see. We
at the
can't.
end of the training, Mike, he went through that, man, and just, man, it was so many machines that were down. Man, he said they don't have anybody to work on.
No, that's true. That's true. The units have been out in the field about 5 years now, and
Yeah.
so you're in the same. You're in the same. I was going to say region, but you're in the same market with me. So we were part of the test market. I got a
Man,
customer that was part of the test rollout. So my customer they sold 3 of those ice machines. And so out of the 3, they only had an issue with one. And I think it was something like a fill valve or a float or something like that. So, but
yeah.
the one in Dallas, which one did you go to?
Yeah. No, mine. They had one in Dallas. I wasn't there, but I was in the online training class.
Oh, no. You got to go to the in person. I thought you went to the in person.
Yeah. No, I couldn't get into the in person, but I took the one
Oh, okay.
online. He
Oh,
said
no.
he
In
said the
person.
name was try to. Yeah, but you know what, Mike? And my
Yeah.
thing about that though, because I was working with a guy, and we were working on some refrigeration units, right? And
Yeah.
he was changing out. Let me see. He changed out I want to say it was you know what a relay on break and a relay on make.
Yeah.
You familiar with those?
Yeah. Oh, damn. They showing the ice right there. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I hear you.
Yeah. So, and my question was like,
Hold on. You gonna have to repeat it because you Borging. You Borging out on the road. Borging out.
so,
Uh, you got to start over. Start over, brother. Start over. Brother, you going to start over.
I was asking a question as wanting to change out parts that you have to. I mean, why keep changing the part when you can
Mm-hmm.
get the part that's going to be more efficient? And I was relating that to True Ice because he was saying the guy that was doing the training. He said, I'm not talking about Hoshizaki and I'm not talking about Manitowoc, but with this machine right here, talking about the True machine, he said, man, we have what they have now. He said the technology that they have for that machine is it's almost top. My thing is, with that being the case,
Yeah.
I can't see us having to do a lot of work on those. I'd rather keep working on the Manitowoc's and Hoshizaki's because it's going to be continuous work right there. But with this new
But
technology, as far as that True Ice, man, I can't ever see those things going down because man, everything looks like it's just
they've
working
already
and
they've
you don't
already
ever
gone.
hardly ever have to do any maintenance on them.
No. They already go down. All right. So the whole thing is to take care of the issue before it goes down. So here's the thing. All these units are out there flying blind. Only time the customer knows something is wrong is if you and I do a visual inspection or we're doing a PM and then we find out something has gone, something is not right. You know what I'm saying? Oh hell, he dropped out. But Brother Frank, that's what happens. Now here's what's going on. Even with, I don't care how infallible, I don't care how well they made it. And I hate to, I say this all the time, and I heard somebody else say this on live yesterday. But I'm gonna say it because I always say it my damn self. Water is the most destructive element on the planet. You ever hear the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
So water is corrosive.
Yeah.
I don't care how good they make the valve. So in the class, I did the online thing too, the online webinar that they do. They're trying to do them like once a month, but in class, so they don't have a rebuildable fill valve. So what do you think happens to that fill valve?
Say it again.
Once scale, once magnesium, and all that rust. What happens to that fill valve once that gets through and hits the screen on that fill valve?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You can't have ice if you don't have water. So
I'll just listen to you live.
You can't think like that. It doesn't matter. Truthfully, it doesn't matter how you think, how you feel, what I think, what I feel. It only matters what's real, right? It only, brother,
yeah.
I could be feeling fine. I could be jogging and doing everything else, and I can have a heart attack. So we're supposed to go to the doctor and get checkups. It's the same thing with this. They're constantly monitoring. So because they could see every single thing that's going on with the ice machine, which this is nothing new. They've done this also on dishwashers. They've done this in residential. Miele has had this for about 15 or 18 years. So they know exactly how much water is coming in. They know when this thing is having a freeze up. You know what I'm saying? I got me and my wife, the picture that's on the thumbnail is from an ice machine I did today. That's a machine I installed. That machine is only 2 years old. And this is the third time I've cleaned it. And it looked like that. This is the third time I've cleaned it. And so I don't care if it's a Sherman tank. If that thing doesn't have new filtration often, if it's in an environment where like the machine I put in and the machine that it's SQS services is on my video. It's at the beginning and at the end. The last 10 minutes of every one of my videos has the training schedule for everything. So, and then I released the training schedule and all this stuff. It's on standalone videos. But if you're like, this is the one my wife and I did today, because my wife trying to hustle in on my business. Yes. So that's in a cement factory.
Cement factory.
Got it right. They have an air conditioned break room, but it's in a cement factory. So it looks like that. So it's all environment. So look, brother, if that true ice machine is in Colorado, they're not going to have water problems. If that ice machine is in Chicago, they're not going to have problems. If it's in Boston, they're not going to have problems. But it's in Texas. In Texas, it's going to have problems. In Louisiana, it's going to have problems. In Florida, it's going to have problems.
Yeah.
It has sand that gets into their lines. What do we have? We got scale. We got lime scale. We got magnesium. We got calcium. We got everything to get into our water. So it doesn't, as far as an actual true breakdown that caused from something wrong with their equipment, no. But it's going to be the environment. If you got that ice machine in a seafood restaurant and they're frying a bunch of fish, if they got it in a chicken shack and they're frying a lot of chicken, guess what happens to every damn thing in there? Everything. I don't give a damn if it's got true on the name or not. on the front, it's gonna get coated with grease.
Yeah.
That grease is gonna block up. It's gonna mess up the condenser fan motor. That's not the fault of the equipment. That's the environment that it's in. Especially if they don't have. Matter of fact, my wife, like I said, she's muscling in on my business. So my wife was on a ice machine job with me 2 days ago, and it was just all congealed smoke because they don't have their extraction hood doesn't work well. So all the ice ends up with globs of gook. It's not slime in the ice machine because it's congealed smoke.
Yeah.
So the smoke ends up touching that cool area, that chill plate area, and it just turns into like this gummy snot looking stuff. So does that have anything to do with Manitowoc? No. But if you don't clean out that congealed smoke, it ends up blocking up the circulation pump. And so that filter under there with the circulation pump, it just gets completely coated. So we don't choose what we work on necessarily, brother. We don't choose that. So if someone is taking very good care of their equipment, that's cool, that's fine and all. Just remember, brother, that true unit doesn't sell itself. Somebody got to sell it.
Yeah.
That true unit doesn't install itself. It don't just walk up off the truck, walk into a location and sit down and start spitting out ice. You got to get it. You got to uncrate it. You're going to get paid for that. You got to charge your customer for that, right? You charge your customer for that and you tell them, hey, look, I'll come in and I'll do an annual cleaning. And you got to come in, you do a cleaning on the evaporator, and then you do the sump, and then you do a cleaning on the condenser.
Yeah.
That's the business. If your unit should not be breaking down. And that's what I have to say about these guys that I see on YouTube all the time. And they're quote unquote doing these PMs and they're at the location and it's working fine. And you see another video where they said, oh, I'm back here at this location and I got to do this and do that. That's because they're not cleaning condensers. So now, oh, golly gee whizzums, I got to change a TXV.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think that is, Stoner? What ever could have caused that to happen? Because they half-ass doing these cleanings, half-ass doing PMs, and it's good for the company they work for, right? So the company they work for, they're able to do billable, they're able to charge for these large jobs. But if you're doing your PMs, you're not going to have those. So those jobs are going to be rare. So that's brother Frank, you way ahead of where you need to be. You thinking about some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's like we were talking about earlier with the cars. That's like saying, oh man, I ain't gonna work on them Toyotas because them Toyotas don't never break.
Yeah.
What's the logic in that? It's like, wait a minute, but if it's a top selling brand, or if you know you're gonna fix it and you ain't gonna have no problem with it for a long time down the road, hey man, you charge for that. It's already a premium. You got to understand, true ice machines are already a higher price than the other ice machines.
Yeah.
So it's already Isomatic is going to be cheaper than the True.
Yeah.
So True is not exactly going for. What you got to understand is True is they're not exactly playing chess. Hoshizaki is playing chess. True is playing checkers. And so this is all a marketing thing. So these customers, they're reaching into their pockets of their existing customers.
Yeah.
So these customers, like you see on the screen, this is True. So they're already selling to grocery stores. They're already selling merchandisers and things like that. Now, guess what? Now they can also sell ice makers to the grocery store. right?
Yeah.
Now with the convenience store, you go to a gas station, and if you look at the freezer cases, chances are you might just see one, if not all of the freezer cases say true on them. Those open air refrigerated merchandiser cases might just say true on them. And so instead of them getting, instead of that gas station getting an isomatic, the distributor now has more ammunition. They say, hey, when you build out your next gas station, go ahead. We're going to sell you all your refrigeration is true, and we're going to give you 2 ice machines at a good deal. So you don't quite know what the deal is. Just that this is still so early in the game. Still, so, though. Let's just say, all right. Let's just say this thing catches on, and in the ideal is for someone like yourself. If you got a machine that never breaks, remember this is a business where you get to sell everything except for Rationale and Hobart and shit like that. But you get to sell true. So you get to lease the machines your damn self. So let's just say you get a casino. This don't apply to the rest of y'all out there, but in our region, we got Louisiana and we got Oklahoma right there. And so we got access to casinos. And in Louisiana, well, yeah, I just said Louisiana. So we got access to casinos. So if I get an account to lease a casino all their ice machines, am I going to put in an Isomatic? Am I going to put in a Hoshizaki? Hell no, I ain't going to put in a Hoshizaki. Am I going to put in a Manitowoc? I'm going to put in a True. I'm going to put some True units in there because if they break down, I got to fix them. Yeah. And if they're lasting longer without cleaning, that's all the better for me. That means I don't only have to do a 15-minute cleaning on all of them. If I'm doing like I do, well, I guess it was Minute Maid Park or something else. So now if I take over the account with the Houston with the Toyota Center, if I take over with Minute Maid Park, and I get to put in True, I get to put in ice machines. I'm gonna yank them Manitowocks out of there, and I'm gonna put in True. I'm putting True ice machines because they're not breaking down like that. So my money keep coming. I don't have to say, hey man, in concession stand 15, that Manitowoc then broke down over there. We ain't had no ice over the weekend. I ain't got to hear about that. Yeah, you're only coming at this from one dimension.
Yes. Hey Mike, let me ask you this.
Sale. Yes, sir.
As a one-man show,
mm-hmm.
Are you taking on extra work? I mean, extra customers? I mean, new customers, rather.
I always take on new customers.
Oh, you do?
I never compare myself to you guys. I never tell you guys to be like me. I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. I do ovens, I do dishwashers, I do washing machines, I do ice machines, I do steam, I do steam kettles, deep fryers. So I can't do, that's not fair to do that to you. So me taking on a customer, just like I did that whole little series about how I and I got Invictus over here. Invictus, you can chime in anytime. So if Brother Frank, me taking over a client is not like you taking over a client. When I go into not Charlie, if I go into a Charlie cheesesteak, I can do everything in a Charlie cheesesteak. I could do the FBD machine, I could do the ice cream machine, I could do the ice machine, I could do the deep fry, I could do the griddle, I could do the microwave, and I do all their refrigeration and the toaster. So only thing I don't do in there is their CO2.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do CO2. I don't do that. So how could I possibly say, oh yeah, you could be like me? No, it's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take a long time. And how do you get to do that stuff is through these training classes.
Yeah.
Now, is it necessarily beneficial for you to do everything that I do? No.
Nah, man.
You do one thing and make more money than I ever will.
Yeah, I'm cool with some of the stuff I'm doing, man. I ain't trying to do a lot.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't want to get too busy.
That's not too busy. That's not too busy. You'll never be too busy.
Nah, man. Mike. You know what, Mike? Mike.
Are you the Almighty? Are you the Almighty?
Nah, man. You know what, Mike?
That's you.
I enjoy trying to go fishing every day, man. If I could go fishing every day, I'm good.
Yeah, but that's how you do that.
Yeah.
That's how you do that. So I don't have to, all right. So if someone calls me, I can take it, but you just schedule what you're doing. I can only be in one place at one time. I don't have a helicopter. I can't float above the traffic.
Yeah, man.
Close the distance within minutes. I can't. I'll give you an example. Just like you got the Vulcan oven. I got a Vulcan oven just like yours. It's a GS. Damn, where's my phone? It's an older one.
Yeah.
Hell with it. It's the momentary switch. Hold on, I'll show you.
Man, that's crazy, Mike.
Why? But it's the same. It's
yeah. But you know, Mike.
Like saying, "Oh man, I got a Toyota Corolla call today too."
Yeah.
One seller. How is that crazy? It's the
well, what I'm saying, the reason why I say that, Mike, because the way we met, and now that I'm getting into the hot side of things, you know, and just, man, I'm telling you, Mike, you taught me a lot, brother, and I'm glad I met you, man, because you taught me a lot. I just want you to know that.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Man. I'm telling you, man, every penny that I've given you, man, has been worth it.
And I do appreciate it, man. I'm buying the equipment and everything. I appreciate it. Oh yeah.
But look, hey Mike, I know you said Invictus was in there, but I'm gonna go and get off and let y'all talk for a minute, man.
All right. I'll show you. You can stay on the screen, and I'll show you this real quick. So Invictus, you up next, brother. What's up?
Hey, you don't have to get off. Greetings, everybody. Hey, you don't have to get off, my man. I'm here actually.
Oh, here it is.
How you doing, man? That's his name Greg or something like that?
No, this ain't Greg.
I thought his name was Greg Invictus. Didn't we talk to him the other day, Mike?
Yeah, he was on a couple days ago. Let me see.
Yeah.
So here's the Vulcan. The guy just sent it to me. You can see the date. That's today at noon.
Oh,
today at noon, he sent that to me. He said, "Hey man, can you?" And it's just the switch. It's just
yeah.
Switch. And it's gas, just like that.
And another thing, Mike, the reason why I say that, man, because the money that you can make, man, just by working for yourself, man, and just 2 or 3 calls, man.
Well, that's only if you're successful.
Yeah, man, you can be just as happy, man.
What if you don't know if you're not good at fixing them, you're not gonna be successful.
Yeah, you're right about that too, man. You're right,
Nobody
brother.
gonna call you back. If you, like I said on the last stream, if you go in there, you smelling like weed, you go in there, you smell like cigar, you go in there, you smell like alcohol. You go in there, you hitting on the girls and stuff like that, bruh. It's problem. Nobody wants you there. Nobody wants you to come back. There's more to it than just the work. There's more to it than just the work. If that's the case, everybody else is work for Tech 24 and
man.
They would leave and go ahead and start their own thing.
Yeah.
Those guys not working.
All right, brother. I'm about to go I'm about to work on this washing machine that a guy gave me. I'm see what's going on with it.
Okay. But brother, this is one just like what you got.
That's crazy, brother. All right, man. I'm gonna keep listening though.
Okay. All right, brother. I appreciate you, brother. So Invictus, you up?
Mike, what's happening? How you doing?
What's happening, brother? What's the word? Hey, Jacob. What's the word?
I'm actually about to clean an ice machine myself here. I'm actually sitting in the driveway. I just want to stop in and just show some love. That's it.
All right. What machine do you got to clean?
The same one. I'm at that hotel still, so I'm doing the last two.
Oh, here, let me show you. And they're all exactly the same?
Hoshizaki. Yep.
No. I mean, model. That's like saying, oh, yeah, they all Toyotas.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, they all
One
the
is
same.
the Supra, one is the Corolla.
Same model.
Huh?
Same model.
Oh, okay. It's a KLM 450 or something like that. 325.
KLM 325.
325 MAJ, which is an air cool. So now everybody sees what you got. And so this is the one, just to catch people up. This is the one where I showed the video. I showed the video of the guy working on the older model. And this is the one where they have two. They have the one where the entire sump is non-removable, and in the newer version, which I think they came out with about 5 years ago, where they saw the error in their ways and they made it where the whole sump is removable.
Okay.
So, this brother's working on the one where he can't remove the sump.
Right.
Yeah, you wanna fill them in on what you experienced on the drain lines and stuff?
That's an entire show, but just briefly, first machine broke the drain line because it's PVC. Wasn't paying attention what I was doing. That was kind of a little bit reckless. That just threw a monkey wrench in it. Managed to kind of get it working with some tape and just a bunch of wasted time. Go to the second machine, swearing not doing the same thing. It's almost like when you see somebody fumble the ball and they're thinking, don't fumble. Did just that, broke it off. Same thing. Machine number two.
No, you did the same thing twice?
Yep, the same. I thought you didn't. I didn't tell you that?
No. All right, so let me fill them in. All right, so where I left off with you is that you had broke the drain lines on the first one.
Yep.
And then you had left, and then when you came back, the drain lines were repaired, and you thought that they had fired
after about a couple of weeks.
else.
After about a week, yeah.
And I said, hey man, these guys have maintenance people. It might not be a dedicated guy. He might be shared among about 3 or 4 different hotels. He was like, no, ain't nobody else, man. They ain't got nobody. And sure enough, you ran into the guy, and that's what you found, that they had a maintenance guy.
Yep, and he had replaced it already, and did a very good job actually. Much better.
That's what they do. Those same drain lines are on all those PTAC units, all the air conditioning units inside the rooms. We had talked about this, brother. I said you don't have to get all up underneath it. At first clean the machine, and then the last thing you're gonna do is get up underneath it. That'll be the last thing you do. So did you clean the inside of the machine and make sure it was making ice first?
Yeah, they were all making ice, and one of them, remember I told you the first one I worked on, that wasn't working when I got there, so I managed to get it working, and so that's probably why I'm still working here, is because I got it working, in spite of breaking the drain tight.
They don't, brother. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about you breaking the drain. They don't care.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make some omelets, you're gonna have to break some eggs. They don't care. They don't.
Yeah, and you remember I was panicking. I'm like, man, and especially if I broke the second one.
But you didn't listen to me. I told you to get those cutters. $9 at the store. Get the cutter. You didn't. You just ignored
PVC?
PVC cutter.
Yeah, I did.
Well, how the hell you break the line? It's $7.99 from Harbor Freight.
Wait, back up. You said get the cutters as far as doing what?
Cut the lines. If you're gonna move it, cut the lines.
Oh, cut the PVC? Cut
the PVC. Remember, we did this whole thing about just putting the unions on there, putting the couplings on there. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Cut it. And that way, all you have to do is put the coupling there where you made the cut. You make 2 cuts, 2 couplings, done and done. Now you can move it. When you break it, you can't control where it breaks, what it breaks. But if you cut the PVC, now all you got to do is rejoin the PVC. Remember when I talked about the PVC glue?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I thought you
And
meant just to repair. I didn't realize you mean
no,
preemptively.
no, that ain't. Anytime you have to do anything, why would you risk breaking the line? It's an uncontrolled action. You control every single part of this. You cut the PVC, and now you can move it if you did want to move it. You cut it, and you just put on the dollar. I don't care if it even costs you $5. You cut it. Now, are the units still are the PVC lines still broken?
No, he's fixed both of them.
So, did you buy the PVC cutter?
Oh yeah, I've got one, and I made an attempt to try to fix it. On the fly.
It's better to cut it, and that way you have a nice clean surface to deal with. It's an even cut, and all you do is put the union there, and it's done. You only need 2 unions, and it's done. So let that be a lesson in the future. Now you know what you got to do. If you ever have to do that, you got to move the unit. You cut the PVC because you cut it in. You cut it in when you broke it.
Yeah.
And then you looking for all these odd size pieces and this broke here and that. Why would you do that to yourself? Cut it. You're in control of this. You're in control of everything. You cut it. If you need to undo the T, you cut it and then unscrew the T from the drain. You cut it. You cut the PVC. All you do is you glue the union back together. That's how you know somebody's been working on it. You'll see that the unit's been put back together. So Jacob says, hang in there, Invictus. But boys, ain't nobody cleaning these. No, he's right. There's nobody cleaning these damn machines. The KM 1340, this is a remote. MRH. This was atrocious, and draining the sump without a drain line was a pain. Yeah. See? So, right, there's nobody, and I had to explain that to my wife today. I said, ain't nobody cleaning these damn machines. They had the mindset that Brother Frank got. Frank is like, I want to do repair. I got into this to do repair. I didn't get into this to do any cleaning. I want to do repair. Even though you're a cleaning job, on the low end, you're going to charge, $650, something like that. If you there 30 minutes and, it's a nice little wipe down, hey, $650, especially if you're doing it every 3 months. All right, I do $650. But the other guys, they're doing about $1,200.
Wow. I'm way undercharging then. But this is my first time, so.
Now, can you imagine what kind of drama, what kind of stress you'd be under if you were charging $1,200 each machine? Do you even think you would have got that job if you would have charged $1,200 per machine?
Probably not.
So then, like I said, you're learning, and the way you're doing this is going to take you probably about a good 5 to 7 years the way you're doing it. So you're delaying your profitability doing it the way you're doing it. So it's a lot better. When you first contacted me about a year and a half ago when you was overseas, that's how I told you, brother, watch the videos, look at the videos and all that stuff before you get over here. Because now you got to do the same damn thing anyway. Nothing changed. You still got to watch the videos. You cannot learn this just digging into it. Say, I'm going to figure it out. How's that working out? Just figuring it out. If a man made it, a man can fix it. With the right training. With the right training, a man made it, a man could fix it if the man that's fixing it has had the training from the man that made it. You ain't had the damn training, you shooting yourself in the foot. So you went out there. That's a job that for those that are initiated, right? We go out there, we do that. In a period of a night, we'll go ahead and knock out the whole hotel, all 3-4 units, get our money in the morning. Meet the manager when he come in the morning. We tired as hell, but like, oh man, let me go ahead and get my money from this cat. But now you've had to go back and forth, and then, the issues you've had with payment and all that other stuff, and now you got the hotel maintenance guy, looking at you kind of sideways and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's better to be prepared than to learn on your dime, because you're not making, this is something I was trying to explain to the brother that was on the last show. Like, you're not making any money. You got bills to pay. You got bills to pay, man. It's like when he said, hey, man, we got to do the school. Doing the school, when you're training grown ass men with wives, with kids, with grandkids, we still got bills coming in. And then so you expect somebody to take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like when you were with the trade, you don't have to say the school you went to. How many weeks did you spend at that service school that you went
to? 3.
Oh, see. So that's
four. Four.
Residential side, right? And you don't have to tell me, because I don't know how many years ago it was. They went up to about $5,000 for that same training.
Yep.
He's at $5,000. He's at $5,000 for that. So and so Brother Jacob says, Invictus, check out the Appliance Boss. Yep, he might help you on the business side. Yeah, so that's the Appliance Boss. So he's doing his thing. So he's from the Midwest like I am. Appliance Boss lives out in California now, and he's doing the residential side, and he's got a guy that does plumbing. So he's doing residential appliances and plumbing. So
yeah, I work with him. I actually work with him.
A little different. The pricing is different than from on the residential side than it is on the commercial side. Yeah, Brother Frank. So hey, man, the problem I have with even working out the training with people, like if you're going to take people and train them from the beginning, train them how electricity, gas, water, what a compressor is and all that, like Invictus learned that, hey man, that take 3 years. I mean, not 3 years, 3 weeks. And that was just to be somewhat, when you came out of that school, how did you feel going out there?
Terrified.
Right. And so I have a system where it would have to be some kind of like a ride along. So because there's a whole nother component, once you finish with the classroom, even though it's hands-on in the classroom, you still have to have that experience in the real world. You still need a real world experience. And you actually, I don't give a damn if you're 90 years old, you still need somebody to hold your hand through this. You feel a whole lot better when somebody else is talking to the people and breezing through. It breathing through the call, and you're like, okay, all right, you get your confidence like that. So that is something that's missing with everyone's hands-on training class. And so Jacob says, nah, I'm with him in California. We do commercial, Mike. I got us into that. Okay, so you got him into it? Because he was trying to do it, and he was running into some roadblocks. He was calling me. What is, shoot. Because I think his name is Andre or something like that, right? The Appliance Boss. So he was trying. So he was asking me some stuff, and I'm like, dude, it's a whole lot to it. It just like Invictus is finding out. It's because I think he went through the same training Invictus went through, and it's not a very simple transition to go from, okay, I'm doing all I can in residential. I'm just going to go ahead and woo wop the bam and just pick up commercial. It doesn't. In the mind, it works that way. In reality, it does not. It does not. So yeah, that field experience, but just that confidence, because when you're negotiating, when you're doing, yo, Michael Manuel, what's up? When you're dealing with a residential client, you as a service technician are the authority. You're like you're always a step ahead of the customer on the residential side. But when you're on the commercial side, just like I had to tell Invictus, I said, man, everybody know how to deal with the machine. Everybody know how to, they're not an expert on it, but everybody knows how to, they're working with it 8-10 hours a day. If this is their profession, oh, best believe they've been dealing with the damn ice machine. They've been dealing with the oven. They've been dealing with the griddle. they've been dealing with the kegerator. It just comes with the territory. They're tired of waiting on the guy, and they're going to see what they can do themselves. So it is just it's a different ball game. Now you're dealing with owners, managers, especially the managers where their bonus is depending on how little you charge. You know what I'm saying? Their bonus depends on how quickly you get this up. So like when you're dealing with the bar, if you're dealing with a beer faucet at let's just say Olive Garden, they're missing out on thousands of dollars by not being able to serve beer by that keg cooler being down, whether it's the tap or whether it's the actual fridge itself. They're not able to sell that draft beer. They lose. They can actually show you how much they're supposed to make, what their receipts normally are, and then what it is now that they don't have it. And it's in their conference call, and they got to say why their numbers are down, and it's because of the beer. More money is served behind the bar than out of the kitchen. That is the normal saying. So Jacob says this. He says, Marcus, his name is, yeah. But it's a learning curve for sure. It is. Learning on the job. Learning on the job with someone teaching you, or learning on the job by yourself. There's two different things. Meet and greet, get it fixed, make their life easier. Remember, you're the expert, no matter commercial or residential. Well, I got Invictus over here. And Invictus, do you feel like an expert?
Probably more so than the manager, yeah. But
but
I'm
do
not
you feel like an expert right now on that?
No, I feel more comfortable, but no.
Exactly. So without the training, how much of an expert are you? You know what I'm saying? So you really need the training, which is what this channel is that I have. Without putting out this information, you guys are just out there. You guys are just out there. I got no skin in the game. If you're Invictus, if you're successful, I don't profit from that. If Jacob is successful, I don't profit from that. It's just a rising tide raises all boats. You know, maybe I might be able to get some kind of association going or something like that. Maybe I can get some, if I do, get some kind of association, then I can direct calls and stuff like that. Pretty much like what Mike Sneed said, it's a pain in the ass. Any manufacturer, they want, give us a database. And then the next thing is they want to call you on stuff on the database. Oh, what about this person? What about that person? It's a lot more than just the sales pitch that they give. Trust me, it's a lot more than that. They want you to actual, liaison for them. It's like, whoa, hold on, man. I ain't got no reason to call Invictus and say, hey, Invictus, man, I need you to take this job in Louisiana. And Invictus is like, why? For what? So that's just one of the things. But if I can get something together, it'd be a lot better. It's sort of like what Safessa got, sort of like Marcone with their MSA thing, with like insurance programs, getting a better deal on fleet leasing or fleet service, that kind of stuff. If everybody go ahead and gets a Sprinter van, and then you work out a deal to get certain pricing for the maintenance, or for, hey, if you go to the Mercedes dealership and use this service code, you're guaranteed that your A service is going to be X amount of dollars, that kind of thing, because it is a purchasing. If you go to Mercedes, you're going to get X amount, your cost, you'll get this discount on this service fee, that type of thing. So that's something, my numbers are way too small to even, I got 700 people. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't trying to hear that. So that's something for much, much later on down the road. Much, much later on down the road. So, but yeah, brother. So Invictus. So back to Invictus thing. You got 3 Hoshizakis.
4.
So it is 4. 1 on the ground level and the 3, first, second, and third floor.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now, what about? So, what did you ever do with the one that was a freeze up that was on the first floor?
That was on the 3rd floor, but that's one I'm gonna have to replace the evaporator.
Not the one with the separated chill plate.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna have to replace the
Let's
evaporator.
talk about that one. I'm talking about whatever happened with the one on the first floor that in between the 2 evaporator plates, you had a bridge of ice.
That's the one I'm talking about. I haven't gotten to the 1st floor.
Oh, you haven't gotten there?
No, I'm going 4. I'm going 3, 4. Then now I'm on 2 and 1. So
Now, how long did in your mind? How long did you think that this was going to take you?
for the replace evaporator,
No, hell no. How long did this just doing any of this? When you first went into this, what
Yeah.
were you thinking? Take us
yeah,
there.
you said a lot 4 hours for your first time.
Mm-hmm.
So
But now
I
you're
figured that much.
on day number 3.
So to speak. Well, I split it up because, like I said, I wanted to get paid close. It's a long story, but yeah, I
Oh,
split it up.
that's the thing. That is reality. Because just like Brother Frank said, Brother Frank is thinking one thing, right? Brother Frank is thinking one thing, but reality is a whole nother thing. And that's what I'm trying to get you to come forth with it. It's one thing if I say it, they're like, oh, that's just Mike. But a brother that's actually doing it right now. We can't see you. It ain't even your real name. What did you really think was going to happen?
I didn't think it was going to be this complicated. No.
Exactly. Because there's so much of this rosy picture being painted. You guys watch these videos of these guys, they they run out there and oh, look what I did. I changed this TXV. I changed this reversing valve. I changed the compressor out. Boom, I'm done. Look at me, right? And you see those things and you get influenced by that. You're like, well, I've changed the compressor before. Oh, I did this before. Oh yeah, that's gonna be easy money. There's more involved to it. It's years before this gets to be smooth sailing. Just unfortunately, but somebody got to tell you the straight up. Somebody got to tell you the real. It's you have years of this. Because you haven't been to the Hoshizaki class yet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you went to the class what a month ago or something like that?
A month ago, and Manitowoc a month before that.
So that was your first time going to the class.
Right.
And when you went, how much did you understand?
Manitowoc, very little. The Hoshizaki, it started to feel a little bit more comfortable.
Only reason because you actually started working on these before the class, right?
Nope.
No?
No, I secured the deal before the class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know what the hell Stormtrooper talking about with this. I don't know. Red hair, dead mice, dust bunny nightmares. Interesting. So, yeah, this is a little more involved. But once you learn it, once you get a hold of it, it's going to pay off. So my thing is this. This is what I always say. The first time you go to training class, you're not going to understand much. You're going to maybe pick up one thing. And now that you're working on this stuff, you're going to go to training class next year. And you know what you're going to pick up? You might pick up 2 additional things. But those 2 additional things that you pick up, right, you never know what you're going to encounter. Those 2 additional things that you pick up are going to help you make money. Because all this time that you're spending is actually you're paying for learning. So, I mean, you're not making the money that you should be making because you don't have the skills necessary to make that money just yet. But it's coming. It's coming. So, fortunately for you, you actually got a hotel on the up and up. So, Hotels are, as you can see, hotels are willing. They're willing to work with you. They're willing to work with you. They don't really have much of a choice. The service industry does not care for hotels. The service industry does not care for 7-Eleven. They don't care for gas stations. They don't care for Subway. Can you know what I'm saying, cross the dots? and can you put it all together? So you have opportunities there. And be honest with you, they're very accommodating and very patient. But the problem with some of those locations, they like to play with the money. So fortunately for you, you found somebody that's on the up and up with the money. So they didn't really give you partial payment, but what did they say to you about the rest of the money?
No, they gave my money. I said it was mix up. Like I said, I looked at my invoice later and I kind of fouled up. So they gave my money.
Okay, see, so you're good. You're good. You want to take care of them this time. You know what I'm saying? And then when do you? I know you haven't got everything together just yet. When did you tell them that you will want to come back, or you're going to say that till you're all done?
No. I got these two machines. I said I'll try to be done here this weekend, or try to be done by tomorrow with the two. Finish
Mhm.
tonight and finish the other one tomorrow, and
Mhm.
then I want my 50% deposit to do the seal system job.
Right, but I'm talking about when you're done with this whole thing, seal system, all that. When did
Okay.
you would be back again?
Well, that's when I want to try to work something out as far as doing a monthly maintenance.
Oh, they're not going to do monthly maintenance, but you could do.
Okay.
Oh, the earliest you'll be able to get them because they already have a building maintenance guy.
Okay.
So quarterly, and quarterly is usually a difficult thing to get out of these people. Just don't be disheartened, but sometimes they will agree to it. They'll let you do it, and then when it comes time to do it, they'll be like, "Oh no, we changed our mind." Only way to
Gotcha.
get cut through that minutia. The only way to cut through that is to actually have them set up on a payment plan. You have like ACH set up with them, then you could set them up with a quarterly thing. So if you can pull that one off,
We'll see.
yeah. So, but just keep in mind, once you're done with this, the aim is to go ahead and come back in another, 3 months, 4 months. That's
Right.
going to be your next
That's,
negotiation. Say, hey, I want to keep
that's
everything running. We want to make sure that this thing doesn't go down and all that kind of stuff. This one is this close to any casinos, or is it close to Riverboat or something like that, or what's the deal?
no. That's in Shreveport. That's where all the gambling is. So
No,
this is about 90
okay,
miles west of us.
okay. No, I'm just trying to figure out if there's some kind of a big draw that will want to
No.
keep them. Okay, because sometimes these hotels they want to keep everything going because they're having corporate clients or they're having a particular style of customer come through, and they want to make sure that they're choosing them versus their competitor.
Yeah, it's a Fairfield.
Yeah, I know that's cool and all, but I'm just talking about what they got going on. Some people, like guys, know, especially some guys that was in the trucking business, like, hey, maybe they had a deal with a local trucking company where all the students stay there at that hotel, that type of thing.
Right.
So
Right.
every one of these hotels had their own little deal. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Okay.
Every one of these hotels has some kind of way to get people to come on in there, that kind of stuff. And as you can see on the screen, this is Istro. So when you're ready to sell them another unit, they have the ice machines with the hotel bin, and you don't even have to worry about going ahead and picking it up. So they'll ship it. They'll ship it on over there.
Yeah, I already tried that. Tried to sell them a new Hojisaki. They didn't want to do it. They just want to get it repaired.
Yeah, I know. You're going to make more money off of fixing it anyway.
Yep.
You're going to make more money. This doesn't matter on any brand. You're going to make more money on the repair. The whole point is you just want to get money, whether they fix it or whether you sell them a new one. You want all the money to come to you. That's the whole thing. You want the money to come your way. So there's the nugget. Okay, this is the nugget one. I don't want that. I want Cuber. Let me see. Did anybody else come up? Anybody? Hold on. Let me show the. So while I got you on the line, what other questions you got?
That's it. That's it. Like I said, I'm about to go in here and do what I can here this evening, and then get ready to come back in the morning tomorrow.
All right. All right.
But
Just
I appreciate
remember,
that.
break lines. Buy the damn PVC cutter, brother. Buy the PVC cutter.
I've got one.
Okay.
I've definitely got it.
All right. Well, use it. You're gonna want to use it. You want to use it. Control where it breaks at. You do that. And
so it's inevitable that it'll break if I try to move it.
You did it twice. Well, how many times you want to break them, brother? Just cut them. What is your phobia with cutting them? Just cut them. Just cut them. You done already broke them twice. So you think there's a better mousetrap, is there? Maybe if I just lift my right shoulder than my left. Brother, just because keep in mind, I hate to do this to you, but what would have happened to you if that guy didn't fix it? What kind of money would you have been going through if you didn't fix it?
Yeah.
So you just order. You can go online and order on HomeDepot.com and just order the damn couplings. Order the damn unions and call it a day. Order 2 of them, order 4 of them. It's a bag of them for like $3.
Yeah, I've got some.
Yeah, cut them and put them back together. You don't need. Look, man, I hate to give bad advice. I hate to give janky advice, but brother, you don't even have to glue the damn things back together. You don't have to glue them. It's gravity. There's no pressure to the drain. The drain hose is going down. You just cut them and put them back together. That's it. That's all. And then when you got to come back to them again, you could pull them apart. They do have the ones where you could twist them. Those are going to cost more money, but typically guys just push them back together. Once they cut them, they just push them back together because they're not moving unless you move it. So oftentimes I'll go to a unit and it'll have a union like that. It'll have a coupling and it won't even be glued together.
Yeah, one of them was like that.
Yeah. Right. Yes, it is good truck stock. All right, brother. Yeah, it is good stock. It is must-have truck stock. I know not all of you guys are going to be able to do this, but I got a and the other brands have this too. I got a Milwaukee, I don't know what the hell it rolling. What the hell is this? It's the rolling chest. There it is. So this is where I keep all my PVC and stuff like that in this case right here. So this is why I have longer lengths of PVC than what I would have in any other Milwaukee case. So this one, sometimes it goes on sale for like 30 or even more off than $30. So, but the other, hold on, let me show you. Husky has one. Husky rolling tool. I think they call it tool chest. So no matter what style you're using, well, there's the Stanley, there's the Craft. I'll just go with the Craftsman. I'll go with the Craftsman. So, so no matter what brand you're with, they all have some sort of a larger chest that you could put longer lengths of PVC in there. You put the PVC cutter in there. You put all your unions and your couplings and stuff like that in this sucker, and that way you don't have to deal with teeny tiny pieces in your in these other cases. All right, let's see here. Brother Frank says, Mike, what about PVC pipe and what length do you go with? I just buy I got a Mercedes. I got the longest Sprinter van. So once again, I'm giving advice that most people can't use. I have the longest Sprinter van that they make, so I don't have to cut my PVC. So I buy the longest length. That way, you're not really going to lose PVC when you start cutting, but you just end up with a whole bunch of pieces. So that you're like, oh, I got a piece that size. Forget all that. So I buy the longest one, and then you'll measure, and then you go ahead and you go to the truck, you go to the van, and you cut what size you need with that PVC cutter. Cut it and be done with it. So my answer is you buy the longest one possible. You buy the longest one possible because that's going to give you the lowest cost. If you buy the smaller pre-cut pieces that they have on the little in the middle of the aisle, not in the shelving, but in the middle of the aisle, those are at a much higher cost. So I always buy the longest possible, and then I cut as need be. And so because if you're redoing a whole drain, especially if I'm doing install, if I'm redoing a whole drain, I'm going to use 90% of that 10-foot run, because you have to cut it. You got to cut it, and you got to make your vent with the T. So you're going to use another piece that's 6 inches from the T. Then you're going to make a part where you're going to do a 90 down in the ground. You're also going to have to cut it to join to the T. And then you're also going to need, so you're going to need another piece, because you just can't join to the T. So you're going to screw into the back of the unit, whether it's a Hoshizaki or Manitowoc. You're going to join your nipple into the back of the unit. Then you're going to have to take a small piece. You're going to have to insert that into the back. Then that's going to go into the T. Then you take the other 6-inch piece, go to the bottom. Then you take the other piece, it's probably going to be about a good 4 feet, 3 feet. Put that into the bottom, and then you're going to do a 90, and then you're going to do from there. Who knows how many twists and turns you got to do to get to the drain? It all depends on where your unit is and where the drain is. Is the drain going to be? It's a hotel, so is the drain going to be 3 feet away, 4 feet away? Or is the drain going to be directly underneath? So from there, it's completely up to the need of the environment. Once again, Brother Frank, the need of the environment. The environment affects everything. That's why this is not a cookie cutter job. So it's extremely hard to get people to work for you on the commercial front. It's cookie cutter in a home. Hell, Whirlpool hires the damn truck drivers. The truck drivers go ahead and pick up the loads on residential units for new housing construction, and the truck drivers go ahead and pick it up. What is it? Is it Arkansas or whatever? They go over there, they pick it up from the warehouse, they drive into a brand new construction, and the damn truck drivers are the one installing the microwave, the oven, the dishwasher, because it's all cookie cutter. It's not cookie cutter on this side. That is why they don't have any way to replace us and use a robot just yet. It's too many variables to replace us with automation. Right. Yeah. So Stormtrooper is right. You try to buy smart. You try to buy at the best cost available. And yes, it is. Not only is it an investment, but you got to remember. So Stormtrooper is on the right track. Stormtrooper's on the right track because if I buy 2 10-foot runs of PVC in the 1/2-inch, now guess what? If I actually had to use 11 feet worth of PVC, now I didn't have to start my starter on the car or the truck, the van. You didn't have to run your starter again. You didn't have to use gas. You didn't have to work your brakes again. You didn't lose time away from the job site. Right? You're still on the job, which that time you spend to go get that other foot of PVC, is time that you are able to spend on the job site, finish the damn job, and take your ass home or take your ass to the next job, right? So profitability, less wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? So what he said, on the money there, Frank, a trip saved for parts is money made, not lost. So yeah, you have to, I've been meaning to bring this up with you guys. Try this experiment. The next day that you're either start the next day, try this experiment sometime next week. Either start from a full tank or start from empty. When you if you start from empty, fill up your tank about $10. See if it gets you to the next job. When you get to that next job and you go to the next one, fill up your tank again, another $10, and see how much you're spending. So an easier way is, it's not necessarily an easier way, but every time you go to a stop, put some gas in the vehicle. You're able to see for yourself. You're able to see just exactly how much you're spending to get to a customer. That needs to be first and foremost in your mind, because that expense needs to go to your customer. That expense needs to go to your customer. So if you start on the full tank, and you drive to that first customer, when you leave, go to the nearest gas station, fill it back up. Go to the next customer. When you leave that customer, fill it back up. See how much you're spending. And that way you're seeing exactly how much each one of your service calls actually costs you in gasoline to get there. No. Stormtrooper. No, that's not keeping it real. These guys don't get it. They don't get it until they got to get their ass out the vehicle, hop on over to the fuel tank, and they have to make it real for themselves. They gotta hold that gas tank, pump that gas, and let them vapors cook their brain a little bit. They gotta let them fumes into their dome, their cranium. You know what I'm saying? They have to understand, because if they put it in a log book, or if they use the same bank card or credit card, out of sight, out of mind. They have to force themselves to look at the log book, and then it's still not real to them. It's still not real. It's not real to them until they got to get their happy ass out the vehicle and go and put gas in there. And then it starts to click. It starts to click with them that, oh, damn, it cost me $8 to get here. Oh, damn, it cost me $10 to get here. That's when it becomes real to them. It's not real when they're sitting at home at the end of the day and they cracking back a cold one. And oh yeah, I spent $20. That don't mean anything. They dismiss that $20. Yeah, I spent $20, but this is what happens. Yeah, I spent $20, but I made this amount, so it's cool. They need to hop their happy ass up out that vehicle, pump that gas. Each time they go to a spot, they need to be mindful that each time they go somewhere, there's a cost associated, because guess what? They're paying insurance, but they're paying that one monthly payment, and they're not associating the cost of insurance with each and every call. Oh, how much do I charge my service call? You got to pay for license plate or vehicle registration. You got to pay for gas. You got to pay for your insurance. All of these costs, you got to pay for your brakes and all this kind of stuff. Your tires. Those costs are what get added to your service call. Every time you go to Hoshizaki class, you got to pay $25, $50, $70, $80. That is what gets wrapped up in that service call. That is what gets wrapped up in that service call. Your money for your retirement, your money for your vacation, your money for for your life expenses and all that stuff, that's going to be in your hourly. That's what adds up to your hourly. But these guys need to be mindful that you're spending money every time you go somewhere. There's a cost. Every time you go to somebody, there's a cost. Because I get so many of these guys. Yeah, no. I'm going to tell you why you ain't overheard. You ain't overheard me. There's no way you can overhear me if you are somebody out there that is, I'm going to do free service call with repair. There's no way you can overhear me if you're talking about some, I'm going to give you a discount. There's no way you can overhear me if you say, I'm going to charge less money than the other guy, and I'm going to make it. Said by no one that's ever made it. No one has ever made it has done that and made it. No one. No one's story starts like that. Oh yeah, I outdid the other guy. No. Nope. No one's story is like that. No one's story is like that. Because if you're not able, it doesn't matter if you're the cheapest guy. If your work doesn't measure up, you're losing out. The customer's not going to bring you back, and that's okay. As long as you're progressing, as long as your skills are progressing. But the stormtroopers, so many guys have this loss leader. This in the 80s and the 90s, there was this gimmick that they used to do, and so many people try to follow that gimmick. And the gimmick is, I'm gonna do free service call with repair. But they don't know how to pull it off. If you're going to do the free service call with repair, they have to hyperinflate all the other costs. They hyperinflate. They add mileage. They add the drive time. They don't tell you that. See, you only hear that one thing. Oh, free service call repair. That's what they used to put in the newspaper. That's what they used to put on Craigslist and stuff like that. But they would have a super high service charge. They would double, triple, quadruple the price. Not only that, they would also add, oh, you got this broke and that broke. They would make like 3-4 things wrong, because those guys that do that are really scumbags. That's the only way you make it, because that's low life. That's the low life tactic. Those guys that drive around the country from city to city, and in order to get customers that are willing to try them, they tell them, we're free service call with repair. And guess what? They never go back to do the job. They never go back to repair. They'll go out and get a parts deposit, and then they never go back. How do you think they got so many customers? They got all those damn customers because they said free service call with repair. So those are usually your con artists that are doing that kind of stuff. So those people are never on the up and up. So it might appear to be that you're losing, but you're not losing if you just do straight up. Say, hey, it's painful. I ain't gonna lie, it's painful. Say, hey man, this is my service fee. Oh wow, you're much high. Why are you so much higher than the other ones? Because I'm honest, and I actually I have upfront pricing. So if you want me to go back and say, oh yeah, I'm free, and then come back and hit you with a $1,700 job to do a ceramic oven igniter on a residential oven, so be it. That's on you. That's on you. Because those guys will lie and say that this is some special ordinary part, and we got a special order, even though they got it in the van, and then we're gonna next day air this thing, and then they come back the next day and put it on and charge them all these extra fees. Meanwhile, they had the thing with them the whole time. So let the con artists be the con artists. Let the scammers be the scammers. Be true to yourself. Be honest with the customer. Be straightforward. And that's the best that you could do. Oh, San Francisco. All right. So Stormtrooper 88 says you did a bit of work in San Francisco. It was hard just to get someone to show up on time, get the job done, and you get a good rep. Yes. So getting a good rep is the most important thing, especially on the residential side. And on the commercial side, it's going to be, it's all pretty much a word of mouth. So you're in San Francisco, you have clientele like I have clientele here. So my clientele is 75% Asian. So my clientele is 75% Asian. Even the chain locations are Asian chains. Matter of fact, I just went to a 888 the other day. Let me see if I can find this. They got so many different names. I don't know if it's a local chain or what. 888.
Hey,
Yo,
Mike.
what's happening?
Hey, Mike, I'm going to drop off and listen, man, so I can get in here and get
All
to
right,
work.
brother. All right, I'll catch you later, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate the intel.
Oh, sure, no problem, man. Call me anytime. All right, then. All right. So yeah, Stormtrooper 88 says sometimes word of mouth can be gold. Oh yeah, it is gold, brother. It is gold. So let me see if I got. Let me see how many of these 88 bistros are left. In Houston, they were up to 7. Oh, I think they all got different names. They all got different names. Hold on. 888 Bistro Houston. So yeah, these guys they end up breaking apart and their association end up falling through. So yeah, this has got 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 now. It's just down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, so it's down to 4 of these Bistro 88s. Mm-mm-mm. So stuff like that. We got gin. Oh yeah, we got gin Korean. Because I think you have one. I think you got one out there. Oh yeah, I do a lot of plumbing. Well, it's plumbing that associates with the items with. So I do a lot of plumbing if I got to fix, or I've done whole live streams where I've put in the sink. I do the sink in the kitchen because it is not plumbing. It's no different. It's not into the wall. The drain is an air gap. There's an air gap between the drain and the floor. So it's not plumbing. It's no different than hooking up a washer machine or hooking up a dishwasher, that kind of thing. So I do a lot of stuff as far as plumbing things that are not plumbing with my customers. Okay, so I unfortunately I do not take any type of food as payment. I do not take any form of food as payment. None at all.
This is it. I'm telling you, this is
I
it.
take no form whatsoever. No. I've been in these back rooms of these kitchens and stuff like that. I always tell my customer, I'm like, oh no, I just ate. I will eat there if it is brand new, like I just did a lot of the plumbing stuff for them, like hold on, let me show you guys. So this is a hand wash sink. So I will so this is a hand wash sink for let's just commercial. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Hold on. I did something wrong. Hold on, let me present this. Sorry about that. What the hell just happened? Sorry about that. 1 second. Here it is. All right, 1 second. I'm back with you. Hand wash sink commercial. So these are commercial hand wash sinks. So as you can see, these are standalone. They have their own legs. They are not, you have to actually screw them to the wall. So you have to screw them to the wall, and then you have two flexible lines that you attach to the faucet, the same way you attach the hot and cold to a dishwasher, a residential dishwasher. It's the same way you hook this up. So you hook this up, and this does not get connected to the internal plumbing. So this drains right into a floor drain. Commercial hand sink and floor drain. See how all these guys have a see all these guys have their own leg and all that other good stuff. So right here, waste from lavatories and hand sinks can be directed to floor drains, trench drains, or floor sinks. So when you're doing that and it is not attached to sewage, there's an air gap, you are not doing plumbing. That is not plumbing. All right, Stormtrooper. You have a great night too, man. Hey, thanks for coming in and chiming in, brother. I appreciate it. All right, let me see what else he said. You got a lot of food. Yeah. So like when you're putting in batch freezers, well, for ice cream, when you're putting in ice cream machines, custard machines, they will often have a fill sink. They also they will often have a faucet. When you do a steam commercial combi oven, they will also have water hooked up to them. They will not just have hot water hooked up to them; they'll have hot and cold water, and you'll have the water for the spray arm for the oven. So let me show you that. Combi oven spray arm. And I don't know why I'm doing this. I could do this with my freaking wireless. How to clean a combi. Let me get rid of some of this. This is what happens when I do this on the fly. You guys don't see the commercials because I pre-record my stuff. So when you're doing an install on a combi oven, the vast majority of them have their own spray hose attached to them. So if you're going to do an ice cream machine, that type of thing, even some of these soft serve machines have a faucet that you can actually add to them, and that aids in cleaning out the barrels. So instead of you bringing a bucket on over there and rinsing them out that way, you could actually attach a faucet to them, and then you just turn on the faucet. So a plumber doesn't install that, you install that. So let me show you so there's the faucet. Hold on. So these ovens, they have their own, they're essentially an oven and a dishwasher put together. So you have quite a few of these, and they'll have spray arms on the inside. There's your drain. So there is an air gap. So when you're working on this stuff, you got to hook it up to water. You're often working with the plumbing, but you're not a plumber. You're hooking up the water, but you're not a plumber, because this stuff is not tied into the sewage. There's an air gap. So that's the gap That's the gap between plumbing and not. There's the hose, and that hose is part of the machine. That hose is part of the machine. I'm struggling to think of a machine that doesn't have one. Not a combi. Steam ovens don't have one, but combi ovens, I can't think of a combi oven that doesn't have one. They all have one. Let me change this thing. So that is one. Oh, let me see if I can find another one. All right, let me show you a commercial 3-compartment sink drain assembly, right? So you can install these, but you're not a plumber because you're not going into the wall. So as you see here, there's an air gap. So you're doing the PVC. So once again, I'm buying that 10-foot and I'm cutting that PVC, and then I'm going to be using T's and whatnot. So you have to do the PVC, and it all runs to the nearest floor drain. Let me see if I can find another one. What's this guy doing? So I install these because it's all custom fit. I'll have to put in the dishwasher, and then I'll put in the dishwasher, I'll put in the garbage disposal. And so they're already, the hot and cold access lines are there provided by the plumber. And then you, as the installer, come in and then you hook everything else up. See, he's all using, PVC and the whole nine. And then just regular old flexible lines for the hot and cold. And then you gotta put the PVC lines in there, and then you run it to the nearest drain. Then you want to put a clean out plug in there too. Oh man, all the regular guys and left. I got the rest of y'all that don't want to ask no damn questions in here. Hold on a second. Let me put this up here again. So yes, I do a lot. Now, do I put in recirculation pumps and stuff like that? No, not really. Do I put in fresh tankless water heaters? No. Can you remove a tankless water heater? Yes. Can you do these kitchen strainers? Yes. I know you're still there, brother. I know you're still there. So all this is plumbing, but it's not attached to the drain. If it is connected to the drain, it needs to be handled by a plumber. And so the 3-compartment sink, that's Webstron. So that whole section up there with the gooseneck and all that, I'll do those, put all that in. You can't really see it, but there are, you have to put in bolts and attach it to the wall, and then you're going to caulk or silicone the back to the wall so you don't get water behind it, and so it doesn't easily move around. But this is not plumbing. You don't have to be a licensed plumber to deal with any of this. Now, I don't deal with boilers. I don't deal with none of that kind of stuff. Nothing that's going to get me in trouble, but I deal with dishwashers. I will install a dishwasher. I will install combi ovens. I do it all the time. Health department got to sign off on it. The manufacturer has to sign on it. One of the biggest pains in the ass is when you do a Hobart. When you're doing like a Hobart dishwasher, Hobart has to send their own people, and they have to double check over what you've done. The problem I got with Hobart, I don't know who the hell this is. The problem I got with Hobart is the guy that's checking over what you've done has the ability to request any changes. So if you put in all copper and he says, I don't want copper lines, I want stainless. Now you got to go ahead and put in stainless. If you put in stainless, he say, no, I don't want stainless. I want CPVC. And that's going to change from technician to technician. And the technician says, well, you know, or he'll say, I don't want press fittings. I heard those things leak. You got no choice but to rip out all your press fittings on the copper drain because this guy doesn't want it. And their reasoning is, well, I got to take care of this thing for the next 20 years. So I don't want to have to redo what you've done. So I want soldered copper drain pipes at this hospital. I want copper soldered drain pipes at this high school. I want copper soldered drain pipes at this movie theater. So, you know, fun times. But that's just one of the things you got to deal with when you're doing an install and it's involving the manufacturer. Hobart is the biggest pain in your ass. Everybody else is really smooth sailing. Henny Penny, smooth sailing. Oh God, what's the other one? All the rest of it is just smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. So you got, you know, it's a bunch of other things. Let me see if I can show you guys Watts. Let me see if I can log in to Watts. Let me show you guys the. So if you're interested in learning about plumbing components, Watts has training, and let's see here. So they will teach you how to put in the drains. They'll teach you how to do the backflows. You can put in the backflow preventer. You just, when it's time to recertify, you can't do that. You can't recertify a backflow preventer, but you can install one. So when you're doing an install on a dishwasher, an ice machine, they all have air gaps, but they still want backflow preventer put on. So it is what it is. So let me see here. Let me see if I can give you my referral code. Let me see if I can log in on Microsoft. I mean on Chrome. Oh, let's see here. Damn. Let me see here. I probably have to put it on another one. Videos. Let's see if I get to the damn training. I want to give you to the training. So Watts will give you they'll give you hats and coffee mugs and all that stuff. You've seen me with the mugs. They'll give you all that kind of stuff. And it will give you certificates on all the different training. They have over 300 different training programs. Here we go. Where is... How the hell? Yeah, you get a Yeti and all that kind of stuff. Let me get to my damn login. This is a pain in the ass. How many people know about Watts? How many people? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of Watts. All right, hold on one second. Damn, what the hell did they do? Training. Where the hell's the login? I'm gonna have to do this thing. Oh, there it is. Duh. Man, they gotta do something about this. There we go. Online. What the hell are they doing? Ah, finally. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to log on my other one. I've shown you these videos, but I guess it was so long ago. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. I gotta pull up the native browser. And then link on over to it. All right, I'm in. So let me bring you guys along. I'm going to drop this screen. I got to share the other window. So I have a referral link for you guys to use on Watts. It's not working. Comcast said they fixed this, but I guess it's not working. Hold on, I'm gonna have to show you the whole damn window. I'm about to show you the entire freaking screen. And then I'll come back because you guys never did gravitate to this thing from 3 years ago. You guys never did gravitate on this. And then I'll give you guys the link. Really gotta do a better job with this damn. Is it on the products or what the hell is it under? What's online training? Once I give you the link, you're not gonna have to deal with any of this. You're not gonna have to deal with any of this. There we go. Jeez. All right. So there we go. Using my biometrics, I'll just log right on in. So this is the Watts online learning system. You get all type of you get training. This is what I went over before with you guys on if you want to install a laundromat, or if you're even doing work like what you see me doing at the hotels. If you want to install washers and dryers and a laundromat, they have training classes in here to teach you how to install the floor drains, the troughs for a commercial washer. So I think that's the blow pump or whatever the hell it is. Anyway, so here's all the backflow stuff. I've taken all the backflow classes. Oh, let's see here. Let me show you the training. So I've done 77 classes over the years. Let's see what the hell program I'm on. So I did the Legionnaires class. That's one of the first ones I did. Here's the Legionnaires. I did this back in 2022. So you can get this so that you learn how not to get people sick. So they go through this and you can get your certificate and blah, blah, blah. Let me go back. How many of you know what Legionnaires is and how you get it? So let me show you my other ones. Completed. All right, so we'll just go with completed. Only 66. So I'm a person of my word. I actually do this stuff. I actually go to these classes. I actually take these online courses. Sorry about that. So let me show you the one. So it nozzles with the triggers. Aqualock is their own shark bite system that they have, and the classes are really quick. Blucher. This is their trough system. So if you want to learn how to install the drainage system for laundry, and this is every hotel. Oh yeah, kitchens. So university kitchens, high school kitchens, large grammar school kitchens. You guys want to get into installation, that type of thing. This is where you can gain that information for free. So make this bigger.
Welcome to the first course in a 3-part training module designed to introduce you to Blucher, a Watts Water Technologies company. The cost there are more than 60 grades of stainless steel, each of them well suited for different uses. As a general rule, this is because the high tensile
so they go
need
over
for maintenance or
this is just their like introduction.
This is an important consideration for hospitals, laboratories, and medical facilities. Stainless steel can be used
or what you guys like to call a niche business
or below ground installations. Stainless steel is 100% recyclable, meaning stainless steel scrap.
So they go over all the basics and then they go over how they fit together.
Because stainless steel combines low weight and high strength, drainage lines can be hung from ceilings. This creates longer runs requiring fewer connections. This in turn reduces materials and labor. Stainless steel is highly resistant to fire and can withstand very high temperatures. Alloys with at least 18% chromium,
So if you
such
guys
as
would
those
like
used by Blucher,
information on
can
how to
withstand
get into
temperatures
these
of
training
over
classes,
1,472 degrees Fahrenheit or
put
800
the
degrees
information in the
Celsius.
comment section.
The choice of a drainage system is often based on the first direct costs of the system. Calculations show, however,
Right. So they put these on cruise ships. They have them in hospitals. So yeah, all your, what you guys call a niche, all the niche stuff. Right. Let me show you that. So what you're looking at in the picture, that is the steam kettle. And so that once you're done and you're rinsing it out, you just tilt that sucker over and you able to get all the cleaning solution out of there after you're done cooking. And because actually you roll your tray under there and then you're able to lean that's why it's called a tilt skillet, tilted kettle, and you lean the whole kettle over and you're able to pour out the entire contents of the cooked food out of your kettle into your cooking trays. And then when you're done, you clean it and then pour out all the water into the drain. And in order to make those drains, this is Watts owns a company that makes these drains.
welcome to the third course in a 3-part training module designed to introduce you to Blucher, a Watts Water Technologies company. This 103 course will provide in-depth examples of Blucher's stainless steel products in use. Blucher stainless steel drains, channels, and pipe are very well suited for a variety of industries and applications, including hotels, laboratories, and other medical facilities.
Yeah, otherwise what
Brewery,
you guys call a
application.
brewery,
Consider
what you guys call a niche.
To fully understand the advantages of stainless steel piping in a food
Orleans.
service application,
All
consider
right.
this Blucher
New
case
Orleans.
study. After damage
For the
sustained
prison.
from Hurricane Katrina,
I did
grease,
prisons too.
and
I
cleaning
hate doing
fluids.
prisons.
Although steel piping
So yeah,
also reduced construction
so they
time
show yeah,
and
it
saved
just
labor
goes in
costs for the
twists
prison.
together.
Using Blucher stainless steel piping instead of cast iron reduced the weight of the system by 20%.
And you can also get like Bluchers at Ferguson. So Ferguson is the
making
dealer
installation easier.
because they
The Blucher
sell
stainless-
Watt. So they are a distributor of Bluchers and the whole nine. So you go ahead and you watch the videos and then you get your 150 tokens. Like this one, you get 150 tokens. You take your tokens and whatnot, and you can go ahead and you get rewarded. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and redeem. So you go to redeem. You go ahead and watch a couple of classes, get your training certification on a couple of things here or there. Ooh, they added new stuff. This is their sweepstakes. They give you an incentive to try harder, to watch more stuff. So I have 3,000 chances at Arcade 1-Up NBA Jam Deluxe. And there's not a lot of people that are going through these training classes. So the chances are in my favor. It all depends on how much I'm willing to bet on it. So like I don't think I have enough to get this Carhartt cooler. How many points do I have? Oh, I got 3,275 points. So no, I do not have enough. I got enough of that. I don't have enough of the stainless steel bottle. 327. So I need to watch another video or two, and then I can get this stainless steel. But I can get 2 t-shirts, and they cover all the shipping and handling and stuff like that. So they give you stuff, gloves. Ooh, all right, I can get some gloves. I got hats. I've got hats. I got mugs. I have a yoga mat. Got a yoga mat. So stuff like that. Because I'm old now, I got to stretch. Let me go back to this. I'm old now. Oh man, gotta stretch. All right, so let me show you some of the other stuff. Like, here are the backflow preventers. So you can learn how to put them in, what their use is. and you could actually get a jump on class. Let me see if I can show you some backflow. Oh, there's some backflow stuff. This class was 8 minutes. This one was 8 minutes. So they cover, because they make all manner of backflow preventers. So taking these, which is free, by the way, this is a free training on all the backflow preventers. I was just watching the video the other day. They make up to a 12-inch backflow preventer for a 12-inch pipe in diameter. Yeah, Brother Frank, that's right. They got to hit the like button. So all the training is here. There is zero cost for this. Here's the refer a friend. All right. Give me an email. Type your email down there in the comment section, and I will send you the link right now. I will send you the link. Hold on, let me do this. I don't know if this works if I do that. Yeah, it's already got a referral. They won't let me do it. Each one has to be specific. So if you send me an email, I'll get you the referral link. I wish they had a better system. They had a different system, but it doesn't work. So let me show you what the backflow. Let me show you a backflow preventer video. All right, Brother Frank. Hold on 1 second. Let me do the referral. All right. All right, so you got it. So now you got access to this training. And hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Let me go back and let me get rid of hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get rid of Brother Frank's thing. Yes, I'll get it. I'll get rid of it so you don't have to worry about nobody going into trying to hit you with spam. All right, so here is the video. Oh, this is about incidents. I don't want to show that. As you see, this is very similar to what I told you about Igniter Labs. Igniter Labs is the one that make these
Welcome
whole
to the
training
WattsWorks
things.
online learning portal.
They go over the definitions.
Water within a pipe is free to travel in either direction. Depending on the forces acting upon the water in the pipe, water tends to take the path of least resistance.
So now you can install a backflow preventer,
of pressure
but
in the
you
downstream
can't certify a
system
backflow
above
preventer.
the supply pressure at the point of consideration,
So
which
every
would cause or
year,
tend to cause a reversal of
the backflow has
segmentage
to
is a
be
form of
certified.
backflow due to reduction
So when that
in surface
happens,
pressure,
you have to
which
have your
causes
backflow
a
certification, and you
subatmospheric
actually
pressure
have to go to a
exist in the water
class
system.
and get certified.
In order for a backflow incident to occur, 3 conditions must be met. There must be either a direct or indirect cross-connection, either a health or non-health hazard such as a pollutant or contaminant, and the hydraulic backflow prevention devices and assemblies are designed to keep backflow incidents from occurring. The type of device or assembly chosen for use is based on the existing or potential degree of hazard and backflow condition.
So once again, you've seen these outside, but they're also on the inside. Depending on your municipality, some of them want a backflow preventer on each and every item. You only need one. Like this one is outside before you go into the location.
Listed
This
here
is fine to cover everything in the location.
And assemblies used to protect water supplies.
Some of them want additional
Depending on the
backflow
type of
prevention on the inside.
cross-connection and degree of hazard involved, there are different ways to prevent backflow. Although air gap is not an actual device or assembly, it is an effective means to prevent a backflow incident. With the advent of technology and regulation, Backflow preventers are used today in a variety of applications, including potable, fire, irrigation, and waterworks systems. While not necessarily an application, it is a way into the market.
Yeah.
On December 14th, 2016.
All right, so I'm going to back out of that. So you guys get the idea. You can play around with it. These classes are in multiple languages: English, French, Spanish, and quite a few others. Let me go into fine learning. Brother Frank, they've changed this thing over the years. As you see, I was doing this 3 years ago. Some of these classes. See, so this one is, yeah, that is in another language, and they're always adding new freaking classes. So here's Spanish. So how to repair. Okay, so this is new. So once again, here is looks like a faucet. Man, they're adding stuff all the time. I don't even know what this damn thing is. They cover all their. So Watts also makes anti-flood devices. So they have these systems where you can put sensors throughout a building or throughout the location, and then it will send out a notification to you and whoever else that you want to be notified at the very beginning of water coming in contact with the sensor. So the idea is that if you have a slow leak, that one of the sensors will catch that slow leak and you could prevent a location from becoming flooded. So let me see what the hell this is. Let me go to the course. Let me see what this is. I haven't been on this site in about a year. Oh, okay. Is this a hand? This is one of those hand sinks. This is okay. This is the sink that they're talking about. So when you're taking care of a nightclub, a stadium. So let's just say let's not even go with a large stadium. Let's go with a high school stadium. Maybe you're in the South like me, and maybe you have these stadiums for these grammar schools and high schools that are bigger than what my college stadium was. Then you would install these type of units in there. Let me see if I can start this damn thing. So this is one I'm definitely going to take. So I damn near provide facilities.
Welcome to WattsWorks Online.
Management.
This is the introduction to Bradley's Terion Solid Surface Material Repair course.
Oh, so this is a repair. This is repair. So they're going to have, I didn't even know they own this brand.
Our objectives are to identify the types of damage that can be fixed, describe the materials required to make a repair, and provide an overview of the repair process.
So this one will be more like a nice hotel or
Hello,
resort.
my name is
Airbnb,
Cameron Barnes. I'm a materials engineer in the research department with Bradley Corporation. Today we're going to show you how to do some repairs on Terion. We got 3 types. We're going to do a repair of the gouge on an edge of a Terion sample. We got a deep gouge on the surface. And then we also have some holes that may have inadvertently been drilled. And we're going to show you how to repair.
So I do have, like I said, some nightclubs, and I have some very nice restaurants that have this.
What you need to do is order a repair kit like the one I'm holding here. This one is specific to the color that we're going to repair today, which is Empire Gray. And now I'm going to show you what you will receive in the contents. So now we're going to open up the box.
Checking these out later.
And show you all the contents inside. So every box, when you open it up, will have all these contents. You will have your pigment, and this will be if you have a color that requires pigment. For this color, we do. It's a gray.
So this is almost like fixing one of those Samsung
this
counters.
Is the liquid that you will use to mix everything in.
Okay.
And then we'll have a matching filler that will give you the
What
pattern
the hell is that?
that you
That
need for the color.
countertop. That's like
We also have gloves.
it glitters.
popsicle
It's
stick
got like glitter
for
in it, and
PPE. This is your
it's fake
catalyst
marble. It's imitation
to harden your material.
marble, and they come in like red, green, blue,
Multiple
and they
pieces
have
of sandpaper so you
like
can match the
glittery sparkle.
And then
things
lastly, we
inside
have
of them.
installation guides and a safety data
I
sheet.
forgot what the hell Samsung calls it.
The repair process for Terion is a 4-step process. The first step is prepping and taping your sample. The next is mixing all of your raw materials to create what we call a matrix. The third is applying the matrix into your repair areas. And finally, we're going to sand the repair area so that it mimics its surroundings.
Thank you for allowing us to serve as your partner in success.
So
For
they
more
make these
information
extremely
about
quick.
Watts and
The
our product
idea
offering,
behind
we
these
welcome you to
super
visit us
short
online
videos
at watts.com.
is that while you're in your service van, in between jobs, while you're filling out paperwork, they want you to watch these 2 and 3 minute videos. And so now when you watch these videos, I'm going to get, that's the carrot and the stick. I'm going to all Terion repair kits include a pigment. True. I was talking to y'all. I guess that was right. When repairing Terion solid surface material, which of the following steps must be performed? So, do I apply the matrix to the damaged area? Do I apply a coating to the surface? Am I sanding the repair area? Am I heating the matrix? Am I mixing the raw materials to create a matrix? Am I prepping and taping my sample? I must prep and tape my sample. I did notice that part. All right, so I got 3 more left. There are many types of problems that you can repair on your Terion laboratory. However, you cannot repair something that goes all the way through the material. Oh shit, help me out. At that part, I wasn't paying attention. All right, I need to phone a friend. Audience participation. Can I repair if the crack went all the way through? I need y'all right about now. Is this true or false? True or false?
Computer says.
What does the computer say? Come on, help me out here. I'm for real. I'm not playing around. I was not paying attention on this part. If the crack goes all the way through the surface, can it still be repaired? Come on, man.
You done fucked up.
Is it true or false? True or false? Come on, man.
You done fucked up.
All right. You cannot repair something that goes all the way through the material. You know, I'm going to say false. I don't see why you couldn't. Am I right or wrong or what? You know, I got the best freaking audience on YouTube. I just want y'all to know that. The repair process for Terion is a shit. I wasn't paying it. I'm trying to do a damn video here. Is it a 3-step? Is it a 5-step? 2-step or 4-step? I want to say it's a 3-step. I know you have to tape it. I know you got to sand it. I know you got to mix the compound. Was there anything else besides those 3? I'm going to say 3 because y'all are just wonderful.
You done fucked up.
Y'all are just wonderful. I just want y'all to know that. You're beautiful people.
Blood clot.
What type of damage to the Tarion solid surface material can be repaired? Shit. So that means the other one was wrong, unless it is all of them. Deep gouges. Obviously, he filled in a hole. Chipped edges. Holes drilled inadvertently. All that I do remember, he said, so all of those. So let's see what I got. God damn it. They're not telling me. Submit all and finish. Oh, god damn. The very first one was wrong. Oh, you bastards. Come on, man. Y'all couldn't help me out at all. Y'all let me die out here. Y'all let me die out here like that. All right. All Tarion repair kits include a pigment, so that is false. Oh, only if it's required. Son of a bitch. All right. When repairing the solid surface, you have correctly selected one. All right. So I was right. What is up with these colors? Red, yellow, green, red, green. Okay, so I'm partially correct. What is the other one? So they're not telling me. They're not telling me which one I got wrong. The following steps must be performed. Taping. And then I know I got to sand it. I didn't know I was able to select two. So at least I got this one right. I got number 3 right. So as you can see from here, they're not telling you what the damn right answer is. So you could run back and then fill out all the right ones. And then they rearrange the questions. So if I take this again, I'm not going to get all of the same questions. I'm going to get some, but not all of them. They're going to give me 1 or 2 new ones. The more questions they ask, the more they're going to give you variety. Excuse me, they're going to give you variety. So if they only ask you 3 questions, they're going to mix up 1 of them. They're going to give you 2 of the same and give you 1 new one. So I answered the last one. What type of damage can be repaired? So I got that right. And so they obviously have more than 3 steps. So I guess maybe it's 4 steps. I'd have to watch this again. And I guess I got number 3 right. I don't know. Hopefully y'all can help me out with that. But anyway, there's a lot more to it. So I failed this miserably. Trying to be a good host, trying to narrate and shit like that. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. So lots of classes, backflow preventer classes. Who's this? He looks familiar.
Your classes are great, and I learned a lot from it.
You could submit your stuff when you win stuff. They want you to take a video and send them a video.
I get to learn and I get free stuff at the same time. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Right. So we get, like I said, if you wanted to learn drainage, Watts has their own stuff. There's the Dormont, how you install gas hoses for you guys in Florida that shit your pants every time somebody says that they have a gas appliance. You no longer have to soil yourself. So you don't have to worry about that. You could take the class and learn how to properly install a gas hose. So you got less cleaning to do with your laundry because now you learn how to work on gas. So this explains how the Dormont hose works, how it cuts off gas.
In this course, we walk you through the steps to install and test the Dormont Safety Shield gas appliance connector with Smart Sense.
Yeah, they got the thermal shut off.
To install the SmartSense residential gas connector, you first need to prepare by finding the manual gas shutoff valve. which is required to be within 6 feet of the appliance.
Okay, so this is residential. I want to show you guys the blue hose.
You'll need to remove any existing connector or fitting.
I think they now have a blue hose and a gray
scrub
hose.
brush. Clean the gas supply pipe and valve to make sure you have a tight connection. Our first goal is to attach a smart sense valve to the gas supply shutoff valve, and then the appropriate.
So that's for the residential. Let me show you the commercial. I want to show you the Dormont gas hoses. The commercial with the quick release. So here's one right here. And they have a whole kit. They have the chalks for you to drill into the floor so that you can move appliances around, and then they'll lock into place. Sort of like like you have those parking curbs. They have a mini version of that.
Welcome to the WattsWorks online learning portal. The objectives of this course are to describe the Dormont Safety Quick along with its features, benefits, and installation.
So Dormont is one of the premier lines on gas hoses. This is the one you're going to see the most.
Combination valve and quick disconnect. It represents the ultimate device in kitchen safety. Here's the Dormont difference. The Safety Quick prevents hose disconnection while the gas is flowing. It will not allow the valve to be opened until the gas supply is reconnected to the Safety Quick. It is the safest way to disconnect the blue hose from the gas supply. What's more, it includes a thermal shutoff that stops gas flow when temperatures reach 250 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Maximize kitchen safety with Safety Quick and work worry-free.
So this goes over the whole thing. You might have seen me with the gas flow detector that they have, but this is all about the hose. This is all about the hose and the quick connect. So this is their claim to fame. They came up with the one-handed disconnect. And it is very nice and convenient. Everybody else has it now, but they were the first to have it. So yeah, you could just reach behind it, and if it's not completely coated with grease, you can pull it up with your index finger and just slide the collar. I'm sorry, slide the collar up towards you, and then you can remove the whole hose. And you don't have to worry about disconnecting the gas because it's all inside the hose. The hose will actually prevent gas from escaping until you push back the spring release, put it back into place. So they go over this whole thing. And then as you saw before, there's going to be a test after this. And you pass the test, they give you your points and all that kind of stuff. And I think they have, not all of these have a certification, but some of these have a certification that you get. And once again, here's your niche: correctional facilities, schools, cruise ships, niche stuff that you got, hospitals, all that niche stuff that you guys be talking about. Notice that they don't talk about nothing else other than that. But whatever. That's what y'all consider a niche. So whether you twist that blue shutoff valve on or off, it makes no difference. The gas will not come out of the hose once you slide back that collar. So as you see what he's doing right now, he actually has the gas off. Once you slide that collar down, you can remove the gas hose and no gas is coming. So there's the kit for you the restraining kit, so you can attach the units to the wall. It gives you quite a length, about a good 3 feet from the wall. And that's so that when the staff is moving the stuff forward, the griddle doesn't fall on them. The burner doesn't fall on them. The oven doesn't fall on them. So you attach to the back of the oven, and then you drill into the wall, and you attach that clip. The clip has a release to it, and see, then you take the quiz and all that. I'm not going to do that because you bastards will help me out if I forget something. So anyway, so that's the Watts thing. And I'm looking at the chat, and no one had any other questions. So we are going to go. I'm actually going to wrap this thing up. Let me stop that screen. I was going to talk about how my wife is trying to steal my damn business from me, but that'll be for another day. I actually went a lot longer than what I had planned on doing. So let me hit you guys with this information real quick. If you would like to contribute to the show, or if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's the information to follow me on Instagram. Here's information for if you'd like to contribute to the show through PayPal, through Cash App. So there it is through Cash App. There's my father, my sister. And then don't forget, I will have at the end of oh yeah, this is the latest one. I put out the training videos. So I'm including the compressor teardowns when they're coming to a city near you. I don't know if any of you guys caught the jobs that come up. So please let other people know that there are jobs. They don't care. They only want a high school diploma or a GED. They will hire them. They will train them, and put them in the business. So someone had a question about the True class. Let me see if I can pause this thing. I don't know if I can pause this. So the True classes are coming around. And as you see here, these are the different cities that the True classes, in-person classes, are going to be. Start again. So they're hitting up all of these cities. If you want to find the True classes, let's see if I can. Let's go to True. Let's go to True. So if you go to True, they have a special link for the, there it is. No. What the hell? Oh, I gotta stop the video. So here's True. Yeah, back at True again. Let's see if it's under support. Under support. Let's see where the hell it is. Service videos, service providers, manuals. Oh, let's go with True Ice. Under True Ice, let's see if we can find it. Under, you can always just contact them directly. Contact True customer support, and they will give you the link. Let's go to Resource Center. A lot of marketing material. They give you a lot of marketing material at the class. They have all the information you need. Yeah, if you call tech support, they're going to give you the link. Let me see if I can find the link. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are still here, because I haven't heard any information from any of you guys. But in my video, I have the dates, because you got to get the address anyway from True. Let me Google it. In-person class. Okay. One person's still there.
But you got to have vision.
Residential. I mean, okay. So this is where I got it from. Playing keep away. So you go to this is for the service school. It's crazy. I have to Google this kind of stuff. You go to the service school, and here's where I got the list from. And this is when, let's just say New Orleans. So, wow, 2 classes for New Orleans. And they got an evening. That's crazy. The only reason why I didn't go to New Orleans to live, why I chose Houston over New Orleans, was because New Orleans is pretty much locked down by the existing service companies there. You're talking about a drastically smaller population than Houston. So you got a couple of families that control the commercial market in Louisiana. I mean, not in Louisiana, but just in New Orleans. So I didn't want to put myself through that. I already left a city like Chicago that was under the control of a couple of big companies. So it didn't make any sense to go to an even smaller market that was under control by a couple of big companies. So I came to Houston where it was wide open. Okay, so it's at, like, New Orleans is at the Residence Inn by Marriott in New Orleans, March 12th. This is the morning class from 7 to 11, and then they're doing it again. What is it from? Yeah, then they're doing it again from 4 to 7. Yep, same place. From 4 to 7, and that is New Orleans. So if you see this, maybe, do you guys want me to do a separate training video just with the cities and the address and stuff like that? So let me know in the chat. So if I get enough people that say that you want a separate training video just with the different addresses and stuff like that, I'll make it. If I don't get enough people, then there's obviously not a big enough need. So Raleigh, North Carolina, they're doing March 20th from 8 to 1, Hampton Inn and Suites, that kind of thing. So this is in person. So there's going to be 2 people there. There's going to be the trainer who's involved with creating the machine. He didn't create it, but he had some input. So you're going to have one of those guys there. And then you're also going to have your local sales rep there. They will then pass around the sheet to get you signed up, not only for the ice, but for the refrigeration side. And True used to make a hot holding cabinet. Let me see if they still, I think they brought it back. I think they brought back the hot holding cabinet. I think they brought back the hot box. Merchandiser, yes, they brought it back. So for some reason, they had got rid of their warming cabinets, but Dalefield has theirs. Oshizaki has theirs now, and so True came back in with the gusto. So with this, you can outfit an entire kitchen the same way Hoshizaki did. So True is playing catch up with Hoshizaki. So Hoshizaki started out with the ice machines, and then they moved into the refrigeration. And then just within the last 2 years, they have their own hot holding cabinets. So these are very instrumental with your universities, your grammar school, high school cafeterias, that type of thing. Even concession areas in the back where you can't see, back behind the concession areas, they have a ton of hot holding sections because they've already prepped this food in advance. And they'll go back and get a whole tray of food that has already been cooked to temperature. And then they'll go ahead and put it on the grill or do whatever they got to do and dress it up a little bit and then serve it to you. But they're not cooking that stuff from scratch. You come up and order a burger. It's already par cooked in the back, sitting in the warmer. It's already been cooked to the very minimum temperature, put in the warmer, and then they bring it to the front, throw it on the grill a little bit, and then put it on a bun. So these are instrumental with that. All of your barbecue joints, chicken places, they all have these heated cabinets, especially anybody who's making a big batch of food. So that's what these are. So True is back in the heated cabinet game. So they have refrigerators, freezers, display cases. Now they got the heated cabinet back, and then they've added the ice machine. So the ice machine was a missing component for quite a while. So they don't actually have to play. They don't have to lose out to Hoshizaki. So they've been losing out quite a bit of business, and they said enough is enough. So now True, Hoshizaki, so True actually, truth be told, they actually need to now go ahead and they need to purchase a dishwasher company. That's what's next for them. Hoshizaki owns Jackson. They own Jackson dishwashers. Hoshizaki owns Lancer, which is the soda company. So True should either purchase one of the soda dispenser manufacturers, or they should purchase a dishwasher company. That's what's left for them to do. And you guys didn't chime in on the training classes, but it's better to get trained on this information than not to have this information. It's very important to have it. You never know when it comes in handy. And you can always apply this information to other products. There's only so many variations you can do to a piece of equipment. And with that, I am going to wrap this thing up. I'd like to thank you all for watching the show. Yeah, Brother Frank, he's gone. He's calling in tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, NAFEM is going on right now. And if you guys are into popcorn, the gold medal catalog just came out. Oh, Brother Frank, you're still here. So the 2025 catalog has just come out for gold medal. This is the company that does all the popcorn machines. They do the hot dog rollers. They do food warmers. They do barbecue dipper, nacho cheese, waffle cone for ice cream. Shavers. Oh, no problem, Brother Frank. They do the shavers. There's the hot dog steamers. I mean, it is the catalog is 136 pages. 136 flavors. I actually have about 4 or 5 of these their flavors for the popcorn here at my house. So they have they make the pretzel warmers. I know it's hard for you to see. They actually have the popcorn. I mean, not popcorn. Pizza. One of those pizza makers. Let's see what else they got. Oh, peanuts. These are apple cores. They make the candy apple. So, like Mike Sneed showed you guys how to do the popcorn for the school fundraisers. You know how they have the candy apple for the school fundraisers? Well, Gold Medal has all of that in there. So they have all the stuff for doing the apple. Oh yeah. So there's all the. Hold on 1 second. Let me take a. Let's see if I can change it. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Just registered for the class in Oklahoma. Okay, cool. Damn, you going to Oklahoma? You gonna drive an hour and something up there? You know they had a Dallas class. You can't. I'd have to change this thing, but anyway, they got all the candy. They got all the candy apple warmers and dippers and stuff like that. Gold medal. Let me go to the book. They do. Well, all right. So before you go all the way to Oklahoma, you can always call them, Brother Frank. They might be doubling back. You know. And then the other thing is, before you do that kind of stuff, you might want to call them, and the guy might just meet you at one of the ice machines when he wants to do a checkup on one. So give them a call before you, because what's it going to be, like an hour and 30-minute drive for you to go to Oklahoma? So before you go and do all that stuff, so here's the shavers, snow cone shavers and stuff, all that stuff. They got the snow cone. Yeah. So before you call them. So they make the popcorn machines. Let me show you the equipment. Oh yeah, the cotton candy machine. Now Vivor, the Chinese knockoff, they make a lot of these as their knockoff, but this is the original. These, as you can see, these are $2,000. They're not 300. They're $2,475. So when you're doing, let me show you the frozen treat machine. So if you're doing, oh wait, yeah, I'll do this and then I'll go to the cotton candy. Not the cotton candy. I mean, so this is for liquor, for drinks. So the New Orleans Block Ice Shaver, I work on these a lot. As you see, it is $2,625. So the customer will freeze and make their own block of ice. They open up this side panel, they slide it in there, and then it has, you see that the lever that's over here, then they can move the block of ice towards the slicer. There's a 3-blade slicer on the right-hand side, and then that produces the shaved ice that comes out the front. And then you can pour your alcoholic beverages into the snow cone. Okay, all right, brother, that's cool. I'm just saying. So, so you could do. Typically, the people that are spending the 2,600 are using this to make some kind of shaved ice liqueur, some kind of alcoholic beverage with shaved ice. And then they have the other ones, like the Shavatron, that's 3,500. Snow Conetti, whatever. So if you're into doing these type of events, if you yeah, they got their own twin bowl. Now let me go into sweet treats and fudge and all that kind of stuff. So Mike Sneed teaches you guys on how to do the popcorn for the fundraisers. You could also add the cotton candy. You can also add the candy and caramel apples. So these are the warmers that warm up the caramel. All of them are right here. And then you take the apple that's on the stick, you dip it in there, and then you have a dressing station. They have the dressing station. This is for okay, this is the fudge. That's the fudge. And then they have a dressing station anyway for the, so here's the topper, pre-warmer and all that stuff for the different flavors. So you can do lots of different flavors. And here's the one where you could go ahead and put the stick in there and all that good stuff. All that other stuff. And then it just goes along with the popcorn. So you might have noticed that people do popcorn, and if you had wanted to add more to that, if you already have customers that you're doing the fundraisers and offering the popcorn, this is how you could do the caramel apples. And then they also make the ones for the cotton candy. What people do is they take the cotton candy, make it with the machine, and then put it in those little plastic containers, almost like a soup, the clear soup container to go. And they'll put it in there. There's a ton of videos on it. There's the apple hacker. There's the apple cooker. So you could, like I said, once again, it heats up that sauce, and so you could dip the apple in there. There's the warmer, so you could do 2 different flavors. Let me see. So you saw that. So there's that one, cotton candy. Saw a little bit about the cotton candy. So Creeders is mainly dealing with everything for the movie theater, and then Gold Medal is taking care of stuff catered to amusement, that kind of stuff. Doing a carnival, you're doing. See, here we go. They have the whole stack. If you want to do it, put it in the bags. They actually have the bags for sale. They actually have what they call the floss. They have the signs, everything. Oh, there's the plastic cases. So that's what they do. You'll actually find this in the store. You'll find this in some stores. They'll put it in that plastic container, and when you open it, it's still good. So I bought that for my kid a couple of times. So there's all the marketing and all that stuff. There's the bag. There's the sealer, a base for that one, more cotton candy stuff. So there's a lot of different companies out there. And so if you ask for the Gold Medal catalog, it is out now. So I just got mine in the mail. It came earlier in the week, like Monday or Tuesday came in the week. So as you can see from the prices, these things, they have quite a few of them that are in the $2,000 and $3,000 range. So yes, they are worth fixing. And the shave machines at nightclubs, at bars and restaurants, they break the shaver all the time. They break it all the time. I've never worked on the cotton candy machines. And this year I am going to work on going to the popcorn class. So I'm going to go to the Creeders class this year. So they haven't updated the class schedule. They did last year, but as soon as they do that, I'll put that out. So the Creeders class is in Chicago. Creeders, like I said, they cater everything to the movie theater, grocery stores too, but this is the #1 brand popcorn machine. You've seen them. If you want that, if you want caramel, if you want kettle corn, they have kettle corn makers. This is the caramelizer, coaters. If you want and see that $7,000, $7,245. So it's the caramelizer, and then there's the coater. So if you're doing cheddar cheese and that kind of stuff, white cheddar, this is what they use, $1,400. So this stuff is not cheap. $1,600, and when you have to repair it, you basically have to just change that whole count. Basically, just change the count. So as you see, the prices are up there. It is getting into a movie theater nowadays is good money because they have this traditional popcorn machines. They have their warming shelves, which have to be converted for the new damn. I just made some today. I made that coconut oil. So they're going away from the oil that they're currently using, and now they're going with the new coconut oil. Coconut oil requires a higher temperature on the shelf than what the regular oil that they have. So the regular oil, they buy this stuff in boxes and it gets pumped into the popcorn machine. They have to buy an additional kit and have an additional kit installed on their warming shelves that hold the coconut oil because it won't flow through the hoses. And I've had quite a few movie theaters call me claiming that their equipment was broken. And I asked them if they switched over to coconut oil, and eventually they relented and said, yeah. So here we go right here. Here's one that's $11,000, $11,845 for this, and that's a single kettle. So there is a lot of money on the movie theater side. And of course, every movie theater is going to have a bunch of ice machines. So it is extremely lucrative to get into movie theaters. So here's one. Is that a double? Oh, that's still a single. That's $26,000. Here's a double. Oh, they won't even give a price. They won't even give a freaking price. That was 15. Brother Frank says, do movie theaters have their own maintenance guys? No. What they do have is they will the managers, because most of these movie theater people are lifers. People that work for movie theaters typically stay with movie theaters, and they jump from movie theater chain to movie theater chain. So they are quite handy. As I explained to Invictus some time ago, these people are at these locations with this equipment for years. And so they pick up things here or there. And in order to save money, some of the managers will do light maintenance. So see, this one is well, you might say it'll say $28,000 for this popper. And that's also a single. These are singles. That's a single, 20 grand. So what you got to realize, Brother Frank, is it's extremely expensive to have a maintenance man. And it's extremely difficult to keep a maintenance man. What is a maintenance man doing when he's got all the bathrooms working, he's got the kitchen working, if you got a maintenance man that knows how to work on an ice machine, knows how to work on these, knows how to work on the plumbing, knows how to work on the beverage system, knows how to work on the soda, what the hell is he doing working for them? Why would he work for them? If he knows how to do that, what's the point in working for them when he can make the same amount of money only working like 1 or 2 days a week for himself versus being on salary for a movie theater chain? And right now, movie theater chains, and they always have been trying to cut every single corner they can. But here you go, 30. The numbers is because I haven't even got up to the doubles. So here's the doubles. So this is $30,000 for this, and that's still a single. That's still a single. Is that a single drawer? That's a single oil. Yeah, with single oil system, oil shelf. See, they won't even put the price on that one. 25,000. Yeah, gunmetal guy. He's like, okay, I woke up now. 10,000. So these are the tables for. This is the air. Is this the air popper? Yeah, these are the air poppers. So I don't know who it was that was saying this, but someone was saying that people can taste the difference between air popped, oil popped, and kettle. So people have their preferences. Of course, the air popper, you don't need any oil. Kettle, you need the oil. The regular popper, it sits in oil and it's got a stir. It's got a stir arm in there. So here's the double. 18 grand for your air pop. Here's another one. This is for your movie theater. It's not showing in this case, but so that's probably going to be about a good 15 grand as well. These are more pedestal poppers. Let me go to the kettles, because they got kettles in here too. These are air poppers, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so here's your shelves. Oh, that's the shifting table. Sifting. That's the sifting table. That gets rid of the seeds, the unpopped kernels, that kind of stuff. So here you go. These are gas. This one is gas. The other ones you saw were electric. So they have the gas kettles. He's right here with the sifting table, 23 grand. Creator goes all the way up to production in they go all the way up to, industrial. If you want to bag this stuff up and sell it nationwide. So boom, here we go. There we go. Here's one with the caramelizer. There's the air popper with your caramelizer. So on the same table, same setup, the right side, you can do your cheese. Then when you're done sifting that through the table, you have your caramel going. You dump your caramel onto the table. So this was not bad, because this has got, the poppers are not included. So this is just a table. This is just a table. So here's your caramelizer. So once you put it in there, then you're spraying it's an oil that you put on there, and it prevents the clumping. It prevents the clumping, and then it's constantly turning around, and you're coating, and you're throwing other stuff in there, other flavors, colors into it. Here's the kettle. So here's your kettle with your caramel, kettle corn. If you want to do caramel, if you want to do kettle corn with different flavors, here's your one right there. This is your one right there. And then we got more. And they got so many different mixes. And it, as you keep seeing, it goes on and on and on. And they have, and it keeps going. 32,000. This is just a hot air popper. And then they have the conveyor belts that go along with it. They have the conveyor belts that go along. We haven't even got there. So this is just one section. Now, this is their main thing, but this is just one section of it. 12 grand. So there is money in them there hills. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to make my dinner before the show. So I'm just going into so this is a kettle. This is 7 grand. And then once again, here we go to the big system, 24 grand. This is your traditional poppers. But this is your kettle, and this is propane. This will go on the stand. It pops out, goes onto a sifting table. And the reason why it's not attached to it, because you can choose whatever size, however large you want the table to be, or if you want it attached to a conveyor belt. So these are mounted on a conveyor belt. If you actually go and watch the videos, they'll have like 12 of these things looming over a single conveyor belt. And as they're finishing, they're dumping out popcorn constantly, dumping out kettle corn, dumping out caramel corn, dumping out, all kind of popcorn onto a conveyor belt, a moving conveyor belt. And then it goes through sifting, and then it has its own bagging. And they actually teach all of this, how to work on all this kind of stuff. Ooh, here's the pumps and stuff. So maybe you guys might want to go into movie theaters. So movie theaters are constantly in need, but they're just cheap bastards. They don't want to pay. So like I explained to you before, so there's the pump. This whole bottom heats up the oil. And it's a much higher temperature when they switch to the coconut oil. So this is on a slope, and then they insert the nozzle into the front, and then gravity brings that oil down, and it pumps into the line and dispenses a measured amount of oil into the kettle. So here we go. Here's another shelf. And then they have other shelves where they're like, there we go. There we go. So here's one. I was going to say 6, but it's like 4. So they got these, and the shelf by itself is $1,000. Now, once again, they cannot use their same old shelf the way it is. They have to pay you to augment it for the healthier coconut oil. They're all doing this nationwide. This is not a California thing. This is nationwide. This is Iowa. This is Houston. This is Miami. This is Chicago. Nationwide, they're switching over to coconut oil, which needs, see, here's your coconut hot rod coconut oil heater, $522. So they got to have you. They're typically going to have you install this, and then they have some other ones. They have some other to retrofit that unit so that it can pump the coconut oil. It is a thing. It is a thing. So here's the pump box. They will often call you, say, hey, our oil isn't pumping. And the movie theaters make more money off the popcorn than they do off of the movie. They use the movie to get you in so that they can sell you popcorn. So they make more money off the popcorn and the liquor than they do off the movie. It's actually at a loss. The movie's at a loss, just so you know that. They make their money from the concessions. All right, and I know, Jacob, you're back. I'm glad you're back, but I am out of here. So, but as soon as they got kits and stuff like, they got 2 kits. So here's the 2 kits, because I know you guys like kits. They're both around $800. So here's one, the Mach 5, and then they got the one for all electric locations. And so this will take care of any problem you run across, with the exception of a damaged kettle. Yeah, peace out. Peace out. So when this comes back around, when the training for this comes back around, I will definitely let you guys know. Best believe. But for right about now, we are going to
be relentless. That's it. I'm done. Be relentless.
We're gonna say peace out. I'll see you guys on Monday.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man. You know, you got to roll with it, you know? Let's go. You damn skippy.
All right, so today.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain